Hello friends, Tanya here for Trinity Stamps, and today we are going to play with some porpoises and we're going to make a spinning card. Let's jump right into it. We're going to do the Undersea Adventure Stencil Layering Set. It is going to make a beautiful seafloor. We're using some Hero Hues reactive inks here. They have some really vibrant colors, and when you spatter them with water, you have less of a chalky look like Distress Oxides, and it's more of a pure white behind it. We're going to start with the lightest turquoise color. I believe it's called Splash. No, Pool Party? Pool Party, that's what it's called. And then we're going to add the first layer of rays of light shining through our water. I'm taking the lighter turquoise, the darker turquoise color, and this one's called Blue Raspberry. A nice vibrant turquoise, and I'm just being very careful about going in the same direction as the rays as I'm doing my ink blending. Now we're doing the next layer of the sea floor. There are 2 or 3 layers of the sea floor. I'm only going to use 2 of them, and I'm using Splash as the ink here. You can see a little arch on a coral reef. It's a couple of plants and a nice uneven floor. Next, we're using Blue Hawaii with the last layer, and that's just going to build on all of the other colors and create this really vibrant underwater scene. Again, being careful to not move our stencil pieces so that we have nice crisp stenciling. I do add a little bit of the turquoise to fill in some of the white edges right at the bottom there. We're going to take some liquid pixie dust and spatter that all over the panel. And this is an 8.5 by 5.5 inch panel. So this would work for a 5x7 card. It would make for a couple of A2 size cards. We are, of course, going to make a 5x7. Next, we're pulling out the Multi-porpoise stamp set and coordinating dies, and we're going to stamp all of the dolphins onto a piece of cardstock here. These are being stamped with some Hero Arts intensified black ink. It is a Copic safe ink on some 80-pound hammermill cardstock, and I'm using these colors here to color the porpoises. I'm going to use the toner grays on some and the warm grays on others. I just wanted a little color variation, and I thought both of those colors would work very well. I'm taking the darkest of the toner grays here, and I'm creating the darker spots on our porpoises. And in retrospect, I could have used 2 colors that were a little closer together, because this is like T5, T3, and T1, and I probably could have gone T5, T4, and T1 to create this, but I think they look good anyway. This is the warm grays. I'm going to do 4 warm grays and 3 toner grays. And I'm only going to show you coloring 2 of these dolphins because it is a very repetitious process. Just going to color each of them in the same way, using a lighter color to color the belly and darker colors for the tops. Next, I'm going to take and double stamp these with the Hero Arts Intensified Black ink just to crisp up all of those outlines, which is one of my favorite techniques for doing colored images. We're going to take some more of that liquid pixie dust and a paintbrush, and I have it in this paint palette, and it's got a little extra water in there. It dries out, and I just rehydrate it with water between uses and add some sparkle to our porpoises. They are all cut out with our coordinating dies. Next, we're going to use the Clean Cut Layers Circle Set A, and you could use either A or B to create our spinning mechanism. This is a very easy way to create a card with motion. I've got a coordinatingly ink blended and spattered piece of cardstock using the Blue Raspberry and the Pool Party. I've cut a large circle with a small circle center, and then 3 circles out of the corners of that piece of 4x4 paper. This is about a 3 1/4 inch circle, and I used, I think, the 1 inch circle in the center, maybe 3/4 inch, to create our moving mechanism. You need those 3 layers of medium-sized circle to add a little extra height so there is no rubbing on the cardstock front when you spin your porpoises. I just adhered the different images around the front of the card, or excuse me, around the perimeter of the circle. Now we're going to take our panel that we created with the scene on it and adhere that to our 5x7 card base. And I did add a little bit of extra cardstock behind the front before I added it to the card. Next, we're going to adhere our 3 layers of circles. Sorry, no, that's 2 layers of circles of the medium-sized circle. We'll lay our image spinning device on top of that and center that, and then add a dimensional foam, and then our top middle-sized circle. And you can see how it spins super easy. This is one of the easiest moving card mechanisms that there is out there. Next, we're going to take a sentiment from the stamp set. I just chose hello because I want my fun punny sentiment to be on the inside. I'll stamp that with VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. Use some embossing powder to heat set that to make sure it's not going to smear and is nice and raised and shiny. I like that there are some very generic sentiments included in this stamp set because this gives it a lot more versatility. We're going to add this hello with a couple layers of die cut cardstock behind it. And to add some extra pizzazz to the front of the card, we're going to use some embellishments. I looked at the Aquamarine Ripple rhinestones and the Glacier sequins. Both of these are perfect matches. I decided to go with the Aquamarine Ripple just because, honestly, it's a lot easier to open that container. And when you buy the sequins from Trinity Stamps, they will come in the little plastic container, not in that little Ziploc bag. That's just how they come for the design team. And I decided to put the rhinestones on the moving part this time because I wanted a little extra pizzazz. Now it's time to add a sentiment to the inside. I think this sentiment is really cute. It says, I hope you enjoy this all-porpoise card. I have a couple of extra porpoises, and I'm going to put those on the inside of the card, adding a little extra weight to help that glue adhere. And we're going to stamp the back of the card. There is this really cute stamp that comes with the card, and I'm going to first stamp my personalized stamp that says handmade by me. And then we are going to add the created with porpoise stamp, and I have 1 porpoise left, and he's going to adorn the back of the card. There it is, my complete porpoise spinner card. So cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it. I love cards that move. I would love a comment to see what you found to be your favorite part of this card. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, now would be a great time. If you're interested in any of the products that I used today, check that description box below. Give us a like and check out these videos we thought you might enjoy. Until next time, bye-bye.